he will try to do that movement is here, 1 and 2 and 3. So when you hit here, drop it, you will gonna attack him from here. I can attack him here in this manner, or I push my shoulder toward here. Hey guys, Guro Gani here of Rapido Realismo Kali and Pagiran Training Group. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and click the notification bell so you will be notified whenever we uploaded new videos. As much as possible, I'll try to upload every week of our training, tutorials, tips, and interviews, and hopefully gear to review. So again, please support me in this platform. Okay, so let's go to the video for today. Okay, so for today, we'll try to dig deep about the usual or the common Quattro Kantos drills of FMA, or especially particularly for Rapido Realismo Kali. Okay? Now, so, Quattro Kantos, like I said before, most of the people have their own common strikes, such as 12 strikes, 64 strikes, 36, or the common is the 5 strike. Me particularly, when I'm studying, when I'm teaching, most of the time I'm teaching 12 strike. But for me to simplify it, what I do is use the common 5 strike or the 5 venom, but using the angles of Rapido Realismo Kali, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So what I did is we broke the people into two, higher, above the shoulder, above here is the higher, and below it is lower. Then break it into half, which is right side and the left side. Okay, so that gives you angle number 1, angle number 2, angle number 3, angle number 4. That's a 4 quadrant. So that's the reason why we call it 4 corners or quattro canto. So the reason for it is whatever the strike here can simulate a strike using a stamp or a bat and strike or a punch. So that whatever that falls into this quadrant can be considered. Whatever that falls into this quadrant can be considered as angle number 1. Whatever that falls into this quadrant can be considered as angle number 2, because in our case this is our angle number 2. But in other systems might be this is their angle number 2 for the backhand strike, and so on and so on. Okay, so for me, why do I said I simplify it? Any strike that comes from here, any strike that comes from here can be, for me, can be considered as angle number 1, which I can particularly attack with salubong. Even atras, I can use it here by just moving forward here and stop it. Possible at some point they can still stop you, but the thing is this: if you know a lot of angles, which especially if you have 64 angles, then in a fight, in a real fight, you say your mind will be confused. Oh, okay, this is angle number 1, and the response is supposed to be this. This is angle number 2. This response is supposed to be here. This is angle number 3. So it confuses your body and your mind to react. So there's a saying in the combative world that simplify things. That the best thing is to simplify your response and use only limited counter-attack or limited technique. So for me, Filipino martial arts have a lot of technique and a lot of responses. I'm not against it, because for me as an instructor, I want people to understand and to find their own truth, or to find their own technique or concept that works for them. They need to explore it. They need to experiment using sparring, using any pressure testing, and using any drills. But for them to simplify their response, they must see that the attack only comes from this. Most of the time, most of the time, attacks only comes from these angles. And since it is also common to strike the legs, so that's the reason why we put it here. This is common strike, but since most of the time it's easy for people to defend against it, or they know it, so what we do is separate it to high and low. So a strike here can be easily seen that, okay, this is angle number 1, then he went to the angle number 3. So for me, that is what do you call this, familiarity with the angles, familiarity of the levels, familiarity of the sides. So this is why I created or name it as a KWATRO KANTO. I've seen this to a lot of Filipino martial arts. Some systems use the 12 angles, but for me, I rather use it like this. Any strike that here can be used as angle number 1. Strike that here, or a strike from here can be easily used. For example, by striking here, he can defend it with salubong. Walang kamay. 1 can strike here. Any uses can be considered here, or can be defended with this thing as well. Or any strike from here might land on his body. So by pushing forward, stepping forward, his body is away from the attack, but his response is just the same thing. So that minimizes the responses, especially for beginners. You need to find which one is effective for you first before you explore a lot of techniques and a lot of concepts. For example, before I use this concept of blocking, I rather attacking first. 1. Before I do this first, because this is the most basic, is meeting the force. That's the most common way of blocking or attacking the hands. Okay, so that's the reason why we have the KWATRO KANTOs. Okay, so first KWATRO KANTOs, progressive is this, 4 corners, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so first way to do it, our first phase of the training drills or progression of it is first is using defense. You can use this as defense. You might see me doing this a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, or I'm going to use there. So, but you might ask. You said that I can attack it. You can attack it directly. Yes, you can, because in largo mano, in long range o malayuan, in RRK we call it dulo sa dulo. Whenever you attack, you don't have the defense. What you have is the direct hits. 2, 3, 4, same thing. Okay, so attack here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and here. Okay, so but when you're in the middle range here, pulso sa pulso, you definitely need to block. You can attack it directly, but most of the time you'll be late. So I highly suggest that you need to protect your head or your body. So this is the first phase or common set. In our case, 1, slow na, 2, 3, slow, 4. Again, so let me show it here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the first phase. Second phase will be to add 1 strike or counter attack. 1, 2, 3. Second phase, so I'm gonna do it fast-paced way. Second phase or third phases will be do it in a combination. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's how we do it in RRK. Then and so on and so on. You can add from that combination. You can add parrying. You can add the disarm. You can add locks, whatsoever. And after that, using this pattern, you can add something. So instead of doing this, you can use this. Instead, then you will start here. Use the bagsak. Then from here, payon. Then from here, payon as well. So you can mix all the defenses, especially for RRK practitioners or for RRK online practitioners. You can use those defenses with these drills. Then in RRK we have, I think, 2 to 3 set of these drills. So to cater all of the defenses of Rapido Realismo Kali, from long range to close range. Then the combination, for example, here I can use this, then arm. So from this progression, then he will try to do that, movement this here, then from here, 1 and 2 and 3. So when you hit here, drop it, you will gonna attack him. From here, I can attack him here in this manner, or I push my shoulder toward here. Okay, so it's up to you. But this is our way of progressing it. Then pressure testing it by, first pressure testing is, for example, you will do the combination. 1, go, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm following the pattern. Angle number 1, angle number 2, angle number 3, angle number 4. Sorry, we have a limited space there. I'll try to surprise him by 1, 2. Go. Combination. So 3 and 4 and 1 and 1. Go. Combination. So 3 and 1. So he knows the angles. I might do the freestyle, meaning I'm gonna attack him in different same angles, but not the structured one. Okay, and try to add 1 or 2 strikes. For example, 1, 2. Then combination. Again, 1, then 2. So 4 and 3 and 5. So 5 and 1. 4 and 2. So I'm adding techniques. So I'm sorry because we have limited space. At some points, part of the video, I'm piecing and using my back instead of using the technique. But I hope you get it. So this is quattro kantos. Quattro kantos for me is tools for a student to train the basic, the fundamentals, the combinations, in learning the distance and the positioning. For example, this is a strike. You need to know the correct distance for you to block, because if this is the distance, what you want is to maintain this block without him touching. Subukan mo touch niya. He can touch you, you can block it. So here you can block, attack, but he can't touch you. So that's the point. But if you go to close quarter, he can tap you, or here he can also tap you. Okay, so in this range you want to practice. For example, I want to practice long range, so I need to be concerned about the range, because my response is supposed to be telling me, oh, okay, I'm on, for example here, I'm on the long range and I can block it, because if I block it, I might be late that I can go around. Okay, but if I'm here in the distance, I need to cover this distance I need to be in the right position. This who can attack me, I can block it here. So I need to be there because if he attack me, I'm not in his range, but I'm still in his range. Okay? Or if I block it, he counters me by attacking here or moving forward. Then at that point, I'm in his range. Okay? Here, earlier, one, he counter-attack. I'm not in his range, but he's my range. But if he move forward, step forward, attack mo na lang, then step forward. One, step forward, I'm now in his range. So I need to know that he moves his shoulder, he moves his body. So I need to block it, move a bit, and block it, or parry it to deflect the attack, or to block an incoming attack and push it there so I can be here. So I need to know the distance, the right distance for the right counter attack. I need to do footwork, to train the footwork for me to have the right position. So here, this is position 1. So for example, he attacks me, then sa number 4. What now? Number 4. Backhand. I can be here. If he attacks me here, he attacks me here, I'm here, or I'm here, or directly. Okay, so 1, 2. Okay, it's up to me. So again, don't be afraid to be hit. Don't be afraid. We're not Superman. We're not cartoon people. We're human. So at some point they will gonna hit us. Sometimes you will fail. That when you do this, you can still counter-attack you. But what you want is to usually tap this. But sometimes it will fail that your hand instead of here, it falls here, and you will feel it. But that's the process of learning. You need to find out the mistake before you can correct it. Okay, so that is the Cuatro Cantos. I hope it's I send a message for you and you can practice it. And again, there's a lot more that you can do if you join the Rapido Realismo Kali program online, where every week we're sending lessons for students. For example, you join the level 1, level 2 up to level 5. So I hope we can find you there joining us. So if you like the video that you've seen here, especially for weaponry, you can join us in the online training program for the Rapido Realismo Kali distance program. Okay, so please click like and subscribe. Comment down on the comment section, so we will know what you wanted to see, or what new content that we can shoot in the later videos. So, and please subscribe, so and click the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever we have a new videos uploaded. Okay, thank you guys, and see you in the next one.